let's go with what is homophobia.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me say this. This was a question that was posed to, I was having a conversation with my 11-year-old son. And I don't know how it came up, but he said that we should talk about it. He said that because I asked him, I think we were talking about transgender and different things like that. And he was talking about how because I asked him, I said, well, do you know what that is? And he said yes. And then, so we had a conversation about it. So we were talking about how people treat the different, LBGTQ folk and everything else. And then we started talking about, what is that now? What is it when people are, homophobic? What does that mean? So what are
Right.
your thoughts, Knight? What is homophobia?
Well. First, I had thought about that when we was talking about it after the meeting, and did, you said y'all discussed it. So, like, how far did y'all get into it? Because there may be a reason, maybe a reason that he asked. Maybe he has a friend. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he knows somebody that in his school that might be gay, and he don't know how to react to him or something like that. You
Well,
know.
we well
So
it
if
started
that would, go ahead.
it started general. But of course, if like to your point, if that question comes up, then it's not going to stay surface because now we need to dig a little further.
Right, that's
So,
what I'm saying because
yeah,
that's not a question that usually just comes up out of the blue. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, but it didn't start there though. It might have been
Oh,
something on
okay.
TV or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
we started talking about people, and then my final question to him was, so what do you think about it? What do you think about people that
Right.
treat people differently? And he just said, as long as they're not bothering anybody, it shouldn't make a difference. I said, Save, I agree with you. I'm a live and let live person.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
said, actually, what he said was, it would have been nice if we could bring someone on that had a problem with it and discuss it with them. And I was
Hey,
saying,
yo, Venus. Speaking of Venus and Foxy, today they went to what is it? Uh, something brunch. It was a brunch, but it was what you call those people? It was like a trans. It was like a trans. What you call the people that be
transgender.
on the stage doing the dancing and all that, and they be like uh pretending they other singers and shit like
Oh, I
that.
know you mean like
You know what I'm talking about?
Broadville, like Broad.
Not Broadway. What they call that?
I know what you're talking
They
about with
call
the
it
feathers and
like
all that stuff. With the feathers and all that stuff.
yeah, but it's like a show, but it's on
Right.
where it's like
I know what
gay
you're talking about.
people that's up there
Yeah,
dancing and singing
Vaudeville's.
and all that. So
Yeah.
they went to a joint like that today.
So I
But
mean,
anyway,
but
well, so me personally, I think that I used to be homophobic. I
why you
think
say
that
that,
I
Mike?
really used to be because when I was younger, like in high school and my younger years, I treated people differently and I shouldn't have. You know
Mm,
what I mean? But now that I'm older and now that I have my kids are older, I learned things from them
mm-hmm.
that I wasn't privy to before, like
Right.
as far as being having a negative attitude about I used to be like, man, they better not hit on me. No
Mm,
gay person want me. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they
Right.
don't want me.
Right.
They into their
Right.
own thing.
Right.
So it's kind of like you have to. I think homophobia is more a reflection
That's right.
of
Person you are. Right.
yourself
Correct. I agree.
than it is of the person that's actually
Agree.
in the
Agree.
LGBTQV
Oddly enough, Nike, a
community.
gay buddy of mine said that one time. He said that the people that have such strong feelings and emotions about any of that, any homosexuality, anything
Right.
else like that, normally they have issues with their sexuality.
Right.
So
Right.
they push back real hard. But yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, Knight, unless someone is saying something to you directly, why would you feel uncomfortable about
Right, exactly.
next to you.
That's the same thing I feel about the GOP, right?
Mm.
Whenever they talking the
True,
loudest about
true,
something, it's
true.
usually
That's right.
because
Yeah,
they have
you have
something in
right.
their
That's right.
background or they
That's
have
right.
something that's close to them
Correct.
that
Correct.
ain't right. You
I
get what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
again, if
Like,
unless
because
a
why would you
person,
care?
why would you care? Why would you care?
Yeah.
You know,
Like, why would you
why,
care
why
who
would you
somebody
care?
sleep with, or if this guy over
Exactly.
here
Right.
feel like he's a girl, or this girl over here feel like she's a guy, or why would you care? Who
Right.
you? What
Right.
you feel
Right.
like you are?
So really,
What are you?
listen. So
You
really,
know
what
what I'm
we're
saying?
saying is that the people that's yelling the loudest about it, normally they're doing that for others as a show. So they're
Correct.
trying to convince others. They're kind of trying to convince
Right.
others where they stand. Where in all actuality, if 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 you view that person just like you viewed anything else, there's really nothing to say about it. But I
Like
agree
if
with
I
that
had a
100%.
son or a daughter that happened to be gay, like none of my now not that I know of, none of my sons or my daughter are not gay or anything. But if they were, I wouldn't love them any less. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
that's crazy. Like
right.
I've seen
I never
I've
understood
seen
that.
I've seen shows and
Right,
videos
right.
about people who
Disown
like
their
sent
kids.
they
Yeah,
disown their
yeah, that's
kids and send
terrible.
them to these like camps
Yeah,
and shit trying
right,
to make them
right,
straight. Like
right.
you can see when the kid is
That's right.
gay
I've always said that.
early,
Early on,
early.
early on,
Because you
early on.
remember when we was in school, there was a couple guys
Absolutely,
running,
absolutely.
boys
Right.
running
Yeah,
around, and
yeah.
they would never play with the guys. They
Correct,
always played with the
correct.
girls. They
That
be
night, listen to
jumping
this.
rope, all that
That's
stuff.
why I maintain, and I've been saying this for the longest. So it's only a matter of time before it's proven that some people are born that way. I think that it's only a matter of time
Yeah,
before they
yeah,
prove that there's a gay gene or something
yeah.
that that is
It
something
has
there
to
that
be.
some people
You
are
know what I
born in.
mean? It
Right,
has
right.
to be.
Because
Yeah.
now I've always said, how do you? And now when we came up, you talking about 7th and 8th grade. Somebody's a little older then, but if you go back even further though, Nike, how do you explain that little kid, that 2 and 3 year old, that
Right.
and we all had
Lamb
it in the
ropes
family?
and
Exactly. Right.
land and had a
Right.
little feminine
You
feminine
saw it
ways
early.
and
Right.
stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can
That's not
you can
something that you
tell.
learned. Right.
And the thing is, like, I don't think that person should have to be uncomfortable in their
Absolutely.
own skin.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Because guess what? We all are part of the same universe.
Correct.
We all
Correct.
are under the same sun.
Correct.
We all are under the same God.
That's right.
So it don't matter if God put you here in a certain way. Hey,
That's who you're gonna be. That's right.
what that don't have nothing to do with me at
Right.
all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And we can
Yeah.
be friends or
Mhm.
whatever, but I don't. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
I,
right.
I'm
Right.
I'm I'm comfortable enough in my manhood
That,
that
that you now, but listen to this though. I'll take it one step further.
go ahead.
And this is the other thing I've always maintained, that no matter what anyone do to you as a straight man, they can't say or do anything to you to make you now respond and be attracted to another man.
That's right.
See,
You can't
it
have
just
the
can't
booty.
happen.
Can't
I don't even know.
have the
That,
booty.
that wasn't supposed to be funny, I don't think. I don't think that's supposed to be funny.
Oh, my bad. Still can't have the booty. We can be
Uh,
friends. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean? We can be friends,
right.
but you can't have the booty.
I mean, but my point is though, Nike, my point is that with that being said though, no matter what you do, you can't make someone be attracted to somebody that they're not attracted to. That's
That's
not
true.
something that
That's
you
true.
learn.
That's true. Right.
Now you can argue that something can happen traumatic to a person that kind of rewires them. I believe that that's a possibility. You something
What you mean
traumatic happens.
rewiring?
I mean, I
Oh,
just
like
think
a
that
brain injury or something like. I don't think it even
brain
goes that.
or
I don't
or
even
or,
think it
or,
goes that deep, Stace.
or,
I
or
think it's
weight or
huh.
something like that. I think there's some traumatic things that can affect the way you think. I think that's the
I,
thing.
I think that may be so, but I think that has nothing to do with who you love.
No, I agree with that.
You know what
I
I
agree with
mean?
that. I
You
agree with
love who you love.
that. Agree.
There's no, just because you're gay or just because you're straight,
Right.
it really don't matter. You love who you love, and that's
Absolutely.
that's 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 all it is. You know
And,
what I
and,
mean? It is what
and
it is. And if more people would realize
that's
that and
right.
mind their business,
Right.
it
We'd be
wouldn't
better.
be,
We'd be much better. Right.
right. It would be
Right.
much better. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
because
Like
really it's used as a wedge.
it
A
is.
person's sexuality is
Divide
used
and
as a wedge.
conquer.
Right.
That's
Correct.
another way of
That's
division
right.
to divide and conquer.
That's
Like,
right.
look, you can
Race,
be a
sex.
real you can be a real brother if you white, if you black, if you
Mm,
Asian, if you Hispanic. You can be a real brother if you gay, if you straight, if
that's right.
you what's the one where you go you do them
Bi,
all,
bi.
huh?
Come on,
Bi.
dude. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
don't matter.
Let's
A
make it
real
different.
brother is a real brother,
Right,
it don't matter.
right,
We
right.
we have we have people, real brothers that are Christian. We got real brothers that are Muslim. We
Hmm.
got real brothers that's Jehovah Witness. We
Right.
got real brothers that's from that word that
Atheist. Right.
Kemetism,
Hmm.
atheism. Like
Hmm.
it don't matter.
Mm.
Real
It
brother is a
should.
state of mind. Like
Right, right.
it's all about love, man. It's all about
Yeah.
love, unity, and community. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
we got to get people to realize that. And this is goes back to the one of our topics before. Like you, how can you sit on the sideline
Mm.
when your people are calling for unity, and that unity is to help our people and as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that's
I mean, but you know what though? It goes back to the last conversation also. The people that do those things, the people that have a problem with other people based on anything like that,
right.
that's more of a
Right.
reflection of their
They got to look in
shortcomings
the
than
mirror. They
anything
got to
else.
look
Gotta
in the
look in the
mirror.
mirror. Right,
Right.
right. So needless to say, when I asked Save my son that question, so what do you think about it? I was happy and relieved that he gave the right answer. He was just like, it doesn't make a difference. They're still human.
Still a
And
person.
I think the younger generation, and to your point, the younger generation, they're going to be a lot more tolerant
Right.
than some of the old school way of thinking. And I
Right.
think that's
Because
a
I
good
was an
thing.
asshole back in the day, but I didn't realize that I was an asshole. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Yeah.
right, right. All right.